What's going on, everybody? I hope everybody's doing good today. I know I'm super late on talking about this subject, which I apologize. This is something that happened a little over a week ago as of the time I'm making this video, and I figured I'd go ahead and talk about it. I've been kind of sick lately, so that's why my voice sounds different. I am just now getting over a sore throat, and I'm still kind of dealing with it, but it's really not as bad as it has been. Yeah, I've been dealing with this for a little over a week, and I'm just now starting to get over it. So, hopefully I'll feel better the next few days, especially with 4th of July coming up. And for those who are probably going to ask, no, it's not COVID. I went and got myself tested and it came back negative. They said I had strep throat. So yeah, I apologize about the camera change, but so yeah, I've been meaning to talk about this subject for almost a week now, and I just haven't really been able to because I've been sick. And right now I am just getting over it. I'm still kind of dealing with it, but just not as bad as I have been, thankfully. But anyways, a lot of you guys have been hearing about the whole thing with Roe v. Wade being overturned. A lot of people are happy about it, and then a lot of people are pissed off about it as well. You got people that are pissed off that are saying things like, oh, well, you shouldn't be celebrating the overturn of Roe v. Wade. If you celebrate it, you're a fucking piece of shit, blah, 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 blah. Okay, first off, if people want to celebrate it, that's their decision too. If you don't like that, well, that's too bad. I'm sorry to hear about that. Now, for those of you that are going to jump on a bandwagon and say things like, oh, you don't understand what some women go through. Some women have to make this decision. What about health issue reasons? What about incest? What about rape? Blah, 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 blah. Okay, first off, for the health issue part, if the baby they're holding while they're pregnant is causing them to have all sorts of problems, like to the point where it's putting the woman's life at risk, then I totally get that. I really do. If an abortion's got to be made at that point, then I get that. That's all there is to it. Then, of course, for the rape issue, I understand there's a lot of women out there that get raped and, they end up getting pregnant and they don't want that kid. I can totally see that, I really do. Then for incest issues, like, I'm not even going to get into the whole incest thing, I think that's just weird to talk about in my opinion, but if that's another reason people need to bring up, then whatever, so be it. Here's my point to the whole issue with the rape thing that everybody wants to keep bringing up. First off, not all women that get raped end up getting pregnant. And there's a good amount of women out there that get pregnant from being raped and they don't decide to abort the baby. See, that's the thing, everybody talks about the whole rape thing and, they make it seem like all women that get raped get pregnant and they end up getting the baby aborted. That's not the case. You might see it as that, but that's not the case at all. Not even close. Not all women out there that get raped get pregnant. I'll say that right now. So with all that said, I'm sure me saying the rest of these things are probably going to piss a lot of people off, but I really do not care. If you really feel like you need to say something to me after listening to me say what I have to say, oh well, so be it. First off, to all the liberal women out there that keep saying that men shouldn't even have an opinion on abortion, or it shouldn't be a man's decision. Let me tell you something right now. First off, there's a lot of men out there that are actually pro-choice or pro-abortion. I know a lot of people are going to say, oh, well, that's not the same thing. Oh, whatever. That's your opinion, I guess. But there's a lot of men out there that are pro-choice or pro-abortion and are okay with women getting an abortion. Second of all, it takes a man and a woman to create a baby. While yes, the woman carries the baby for 9 months, the man helped her make the baby. So for you to sit there and say a man has no say in this fight, you're wrong. And to all the people out there that are yelling, well, this is a violation of women's rights, let me tell you something. Sometimes it's not always the woman's decision as to whether or not she gets that abortion. I heard about this one story on Facebook about months back. I don't remember how long ago, but quite a few months ago. On this Facebook group that I follow. It's a pro-life / pro-birth Facebook group where, we help out women that get pregnant, and if they absolutely need help or money, we donate. I've donated money towards that group to help women in need before. Unfortunately, for some reason, that group got taken down. I don't know why, but yeah, unfortunately, that group's not around. But anyways, back to the story I was about to mention. So, there's this woman. She wanted to have the baby. She got pregnant. Her husband or her boyfriend or her fiance, I don't remember if they're married or not, but, that man helped her get pregnant, and now that man is sitting there like, oh, well, I'm not going to add that baby to that health insurance. If you don't get that baby aborted or whatever, I'm going to leave you, and then this and that's going to happen, blah, 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 blah. Okay, first off, if I was that woman and that guy said that to me, his ass would be booted out like a jet. Not only that, but to all the men out there that are like that towards their girlfriend or their wife or their fiance or whatever, if you're like that to your woman when she gets pregnant, I have no respect for you whatsoever. If that's the way you are when they get pregnant, you need to go eat a dick. That's what you need to do. Well, yeah, like I said, sometimes it's not even the woman's decision. It's either their dumb fuck of a boyfriend or a husband or whatever they're with, Yeah, I know some people are going to sit there and say, oh, well, he was probably worried about this and that, he was probably just concerned about certain things. You know what? I really don't care. Like I said, the woman wanted to have the baby, and he's sitting there treating the woman like shit, telling her that he needs to get her, telling that woman that she needs to get that baby aborted. Let me tell you something. If you're that fucking concerned that something could happen, maybe you shouldn't have gotten that woman pregnant. I'll tell you that right now. Now, I'm sure me saying this right here is going to piss a crap ton of people off, but I really don't care. Do I respect the fact and support the fact that Roe v. Wade has been overturned? Absolutely. I'm sorry, but I hear stories about how, there's a lot of women out there that get pregnant and then they wake up the next minute and they're like, oh, well, I actually don't want this baby, so I'm gonna go ahead and get it aborted. You know, I'm sorry, but if you wanted to get pregnant in the first place and then you turn around the next minute and you're like, oh, well, I actually don't want this baby, you're a piece of shit. I'm telling you right now. You know, I'm sorry if it bothers you that bad about the fact that people are happy with Roe v. Wade being overturned, but you know what? If you're that pissed off about somebody being happy about that decision, I don't know what to tell you. That's all there is to it. If people want to be happy about that decision, that's their right to be happy about that decision. Just like it's your right to sit there and complain and bitch about Roe v. Wade being overturned. That's all there is to it. And to all the people that are getting mad because they thought this wasn't going to happen under Biden's presidency, I'll say this right now. With or without Biden or Trump being in office, or whether or not RBG would still be here today, this was going to happen. One way or another. It was bound to happen eventually. That's all there is to it. This has been talked about endlessly for years and years. All the people out there that are mad that Roe v. Wade got overturned, that support Biden, let me tell you something. A very long time ago, I'm not too sure exactly when he said this, but years and years and years ago, Biden said that he was against abortion, that he thought abortion was wrong. But of course, you know, he's changed, you know, because he wants people to support him. That's what happens when you want votes that badly. It is what it is, I guess. But yeah, like I said, very long time ago, Biden was against abortion. And I'm sure there were many other liberal politicians that are alive today that were against it a very long time ago as well. And I know a lot of people are going to say, oh, well, he supports it now. That's all that matters. You know what? That's your opinion to say that, but I'm just stating the facts. Very long time ago, he was against it, but now he supports it. Oh yeah, before I forget, I want to bring this up. To all the people that are getting mad at Clarence Thomas because he put this law into effect, and you're sitting there making threats towards the guy and using racial slurs towards him, you're a fucking piece of shit. And to a lot of you out there that are calling him names like the N-word or whatever, aren't a lot of you the same people that claim to be against racism? And if you don't believe me that there are people saying racist things towards Clarence Thomas, I have proof right here. Look at these screenshots that I came across on Instagram. Yeah, see? There you have it, folks. And for those of you that are going to say, well, those people are just pissed off, you know, everybody's pissed off about what he did. You know what? I don't give a fuck. I don't give a flying fuck. It's wrong, and there is no excuse for it. And to one of the people that said those things in that screenshot, you know, that AJ Indicap 30 bitch or whatever the fuck her Twitter name was. It's funny how she's sitting there saying, oh, doesn't this N-word realize that his rights are next? And then she sits there and complains and bitches about how people are responding to her, calling her a racist, saying, "Oh well, I'm just because I dropped the N-word doesn't mean I'm a racist." Yeah, no, that's not how it works. Again, you call somebody the N-word, you're a fucking racist. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. If you think it's okay to call somebody the N-word just because you're pissed off about what that person had done, you're a fucking piece of shit. You know, just think, if this was a conservative, a Trump supporter of some sort, saying this towards a black law voter that put some law into place and a bunch of those people were happy and called that dude the N-word, could you imagine the outrage that'd be spread across on CNN or the Young Turks or any other liberal media out there? Holy shit. You wouldn't hear the end of that for a very, very long time. So, to those of you that are going to sit there and lie and say that these people didn't actually say that, these were just edited, or you're going to sit there and say, oh, well, you're pissed off about what these people are saying, but you're not going to get pissed off at yada, yada, yada. You know what? You need to just shut the fuck up. Your opinion does not matter to me. You're a fucking pussy if you condone this shit. I don't care if the person that put that in the law was a conservative or a liberal or what. That shit is wrong on so many levels. Oh, and one more thing too before I put this video to an end. To all the women out there, or you know, people, everybody in particular that's pissed off about Roe v. Wade being overturned, if you're one of those people that are sitting there saying that you're not going to celebrate Independence Day because you think this country is unfair, let me tell you something. First off, there are several other countries out there where you're not even allowed to get an abortion. It's never been legal in the first place to get an abortion. Either that, or there are laws out there where they are super strict on abortion, and you can only get it for certain purposes, which is what the United States is doing. So if you think the United States is doing the worst job with abortion laws, you obviously need to do your research. Just saying. Not only that, but to everybody out there that's sitting there saying that a gun now has more protection than a woman, you obviously need to get the fuck off the internet and get out more. Just saying. Either that or visit some of the cities out there like Chicago, or go to some of the other countries out there where nothing really gets protection. And you won't be saying that. Just saying. Anyways, that's really all I gotta say for this video. I'm sure I probably pissed a lot of people off for making this video, but you know what? I really don't care. Say what you have to say, and that's all there is to it. If you respect what I'm saying, but you feel like you disagree and you feel like you need to say something, feel free to say something in the comment section. If you do agree with what I'm saying, and if you want to, feel free to hit the like button, subscribe to my channel, feel free to get this video out there if you want to. I don't really post on this channel much, you know, because, you know, I'm not really all into politics anymore, even though this subject really shouldn't have been about politics, but, you know, everything's got to be about right versus left, Democrat versus Republican, you know, this versus that, you know, blah, 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 you know, it's whatever. So, yeah, you know, that's all there is to it. Anyways, I hope everybody's having a great day, great night, whenever you're watching this. I'm hoping and praying I start to feel completely better soon, you know. Like I said, I've been sick for a little over a week, and It's been miserable, you know. I'll tell you that right now. But anyways, Independence Day is coming up, and I hope everybody has a safe Independence Day. Happy 4th of July, everybody. And fuck abortion. Y'all take care now.